before the race I was actually feeling pretty good, and I thought for the most part I was pretty healthy. I had, a good solid week of training in Boulder, Colorado before we flew to South Africa. I was riding the track really well, a lot of good memories from last year being on the podium and a lot of good sensations. So the World Championships, it is just one shot per year, and there's only one race that can define the new current world champion, and there's so many variables that can go wrong, and you just focus on your personal preparation and hopes that you win the lottery and nothing goes wrong in the meantime. Athletes in general live in the moment, and it's harder to see the greater picture. You definitely have to take the lows in order to enjoy the highs. And this year, for me, it's been the lung infection that's kind of held me back quite a bit, actually. And I've gone through phases where I think I'm over it, and antibiotics seem to have got rid of the illness, but then after another few weeks of training, it keeps coming back, and that's kind of what I'm suffering from.
I was just on a training ride about 200 metres from home, and we live on a hill, and I was just coming down at about 60 kilometres an hour, and a monkey ran out in front of me, and I just had nowhere to go, and just found myself sliding down the road for about 30 metres, which was not optimal leading into the World Champs. So yeah, I was forced to go on antibiotics, and from then it was a very interrupted time into the race. Yeah, learning from bad experiences is very important. You need to know what went wrong, and so you can try and resurrect that if it happens later on in races to come or whatever. So yeah, this year's been a dream season for me. I've had good races pretty much the whole season, and the consistency's been really good, which was one thing I've struggled with in the past. So there's one race left. Training into Worlds had been perfect, maybe a little bit too good, and so I can carry that through, and another couple of weeks of fine-tuning, and hopefully I can be at my A game in Norway.
Yeah, it was pretty much a tough whole week leading into World Championships this week. First we had Dan coming down on the road with the monkey, and then less than 24 hours before my race I decided to take a big fall on one of the log features on course. I made it down the logs, but then my foot unclipped at the bottom, and I had a pretty big crash, injuring my hand. Nothing was broken, but it was just really bad timing. It just swelled up a lot, and it was really bruised and so tender. So the night before the race, shifting was very difficult, near impossible. But the damage was kind of done. I totally lost my confidence on course, and I had to shuffle a lot of my training during the week, so not a lot went to plan, and yeah, just not a good week for us. Worlds is a race where everything has to go perfectly if you want to win the medal. I mean, you can't have anything go wrong, because as you said, it's a one-shot race, so there's basically no place for second. People only remember who the world champion was, whereas in something like the World Cup Series, you can have a win and you can have a second, and you're still in it for the overall. I mean, one race doesn't put you out, whereas Worlds, everything is in that 90 minutes that you have to put it on the line and to try and claim your jersey. So I'm so happy that we have one more race left of the season, so I can definitely prove that I believe I'm better than 10th in the world. So I'm definitely out to prove that, and to hopefully keep hold of that World Cup jersey, because it's obviously my last year of under 23, and it's going to be my last race. So I definitely want to finish the season on a good note.